Nice to meet you, Caleb. Haven't seen you in a while.
I haven't seen you either. It's true, we've been gone. Oh, sorry. Okay. Just in case somebody was wondering, that was a corner of the chair into the shin. And so we're gonna have to skip this week too, because I gotta go to the hospital. Yeah.
I've been sick.
So have I. I'm still kind of getting over it, so I might be coughing a little bit more in this video. But let's face it, I cough anyway. Everybody knows. So.
We got sick. That's real.
But we weren't sick for a month, though. Let's just face it. So, in this episode of Shifting Gears, we're going to be talking, instead of 5 topics about this race that just happened, which is, of course, the what race was it?
Atlanta night race.
Atlanta night race. We're going to go ahead and just talk about what we have been seeing in NASCAR over the last 3 races, because, well, we haven't done a thing since Sonoma. So, anyway, so Caleb, how's life been for you?
Pretty good.
Oh, that's good.
We only have 10 more weeks left until we get to see our baby.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
where's he at now?
we gotta know where Anyway, yeah, 10 more weeks, so we're excited.
Of course, the newborn that we had is now 7.5 weeks old. So she's growing. So she's 7.5 weeks old. She was born a little early. So she's basically the size of a newborn right now. But she's very wiggly, so she doesn't really sleep as like a newborn. She was up all night last night, and I don't think she's really took a nap today. So hopefully that means she's gonna sleep the whole night tonight. Be nice. But anyway,
I'll know that pain here about 2 weeks.
So of course, mine and Caleb's favorite secondary driver, I think it's your favorite secondary driver, Ross Chastain. He won in Nashville, and then of course Trackhouse went on a kick, because then we have to talk about the name that nobody can pronounce, Shane Van. See, nobody can pronounce Shane Van. I want to say, why was my brain going to say GeoGuessr? Shane Van Gutenbergen. Is it Gutenbergen?
I don't think so.
Shane Van SVG. He won very first. Very first start. And that hasn't been done since 1963. And then, of course, last night, by last night I mean 2 nights ago, we got a rain-shortened William Byron win. So, Daniel Suarez.
So there's that. All right, you guys have a good one. We'll see you next week.
So we're going to be recapping that. First is first. First things first. The first race that we're going to talk about, shifted into first gear. We have 3 gears, so we're only like at North Wilkesboro or something this week, because they don't go all the way up to 5th gear.
Oh, I get it. I was like, no, they're loud.
But anyway, shifting to first gear, that is the Nashville race. I'll talk about that. And we have to go back a couple weeks, so there's going to be some stuff we may not forget, or may not remember. But that is... well, I'm rusty. I'm rusty today. But of course, the main thing I just want to talk about is Ross Chastain won, finally. And
I'm happy.
I am too. So, of course, we're big Chase Elliott fans. But let's face it, Chase Elliott's not going to win the championship this year. I'm starting to doubt he's going to win a race this year.
Yeah.
But I think he'll win a race, maybe 2 or 3, hopefully, by the time the season's over. But his season was done on race number 3. So ever since then, I've been trying to cheer for Ross Chastain, mainly because it's my wife's favorite race car driver, but also because I just love Trackhouse in general. Trackhouse racing is good. It's a good team. They do things differently. Especially Ross Chastain.
I've been cheering for Ross Chastain and Kyle Larson. Yep. Since Chase Elliott can't make the playoffs.
I like Kyle Larson, but I like his talent. Like off the track, he's kind of just like he's like I don't want to get in a fight. I don't want to blah blah blah. Goes like that. And so that's just like he's no fun. If that makes sense. Yeah. But as far as like racing talent, he's obviously one of the best. Yeah. And so I like him there. But I think Ross Chastain overall is a very balanced driver. Yeah. And why I think he's going to be very popular is because he can win. He's proven that now 3 times, and counting. He's right up there for the regular season championship. But then off the track, we've seen him obviously get in a fight. We've seen him do anything he can to win. or to just better himself and be good. And so I really like that. I think he's just overall the total package as a NASCAR driver. So it doesn't hurt that has a
Beard.
yes. That's what this means. The watermelon smash. Everybody seems to like that because it's just something so simple that like my children are playing with toys upstairs, probably cars.
It's weird because my nephews are upstairs playing cards.
What?
Yeah, that's serious.
Why didn't you tell me they were coming over? Anyway, so that's what I remember mainly most about Nashville that I like.
Same.
Also, do you have anything in particular you want to talk about?
No, not Nashville. No.
I would say this. I missed this part of Nashville because I was gone for the first part of the race. But I was listening to it on the radio. But when I went to see highlights, there was a lot of good racing. Like they were 3 wide for like 4 laps.
Yeah,
for the lead.
I do remember that. Yeah, now I forgot about that already. I actually know somebody who was at that race.
Oh yeah.
Yep, he went to school here. Yeah, I saw the pictures and everything. But yeah, I don't know why I mentioned that. Anyway, I saw the videos of the racing like that. It was good racing.
It is
good racing.
The
last couple of weeks have been really good.
It had NASCAR. I just saw a video today by the Iceberg to talk about how much momentum NASCAR has right now, and just it's the first. He said it's the first time he can remember since like 2005 that NASCAR's had positive momentum.
Yeah.
Going into every week, it's just getting better and better, and I think it has. I think it's got a lot of positive momentum. I think last year started with a little bit more momentum because we didn't know how the car was going to go, and it was really good, but then it just went a big downhill when everybody started getting hurt.
Yeah.
So hopefully it stays this way. The only problem is it's consistently had good momentum in spite of weather and everything.
Yeah. So we'll jump into Chicago now.
1 second.
Oh.
1 second. I was going to say one more thing. Just going back to Nashville. I think Nashville is quickly becoming one of the better racetracks on the circuit right now because of that racing.
I would like to go.
Me too. And it's only 4.5 hours away.
Sure, we should go. Not too next year.
We almost went this year for my Audrey's anniversary.
Oh, really?
We did. Yeah. No, she should have because she was all in Rochester anyway. Anyway, now we're going on to
shifting to second gear, Chicago street race.
Yeah.
First of all, at first I thought this is not a good idea.
Me too. I was very skeptical.
And then I saw them practice. I thought this is going to be a good idea because that was fun. Like they looked like they're flying down there.
So
it was just cool to see the background on the Chicago, like the what are they called? Skyscrapers in the background and all the different cameras and stuff. It was cool. It was good racing.
So I was the same way. I also did not think it was going to be that good of a race because I thought it was going to be so tight. And I remember the iRacing event that they did. I know it's iRacing, but they had a pro invitational there, and it was like, I don't know if you remember this. The guy won. He could turn off his iRacing setup. They could probably interview him, and he could eat dinner and go to bed by the time the last place guy crossed the finish line. Because it was like, I think, not joking, I think 22 seconds apart on like from first to like fifth or something like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I thought it was going to be something like that. I was wrong. The racing was really good, and I think the weather kind of helped that. It could either have helped that or it could have hurt it because they could have had more passing opportunities without the weather. But of course, they had to shorten it. But also, this in particular, I think, is going to be a race for the event, for the people there that were climbing up on bus benches, just trying to see what's going on, and just the visual aspect of this race. I think this, in my opinion, here's a bold statement that I don't think anybody said yet. I think this could be another crown jewel in NASCAR. And not only that, I think it's be a crown jewel that even they could take and put in a different city and still be the exact same crown jewel. It could literally be a traveling crown jewel in NASCAR. And I think that it would be very unique. And I think it
was definitely really good racing. I really enjoyed it. And then the weather, it hurt, it helped, whatever. But then, I mean, they shortened the race, and that was controversy there. But it was a good race. Like I really enjoyed it. Like I was happy that I went there and was able to watch it. So.
Yeah, and another thing I'll say too, if they only keep it one street race, I think it would be a good crown jewel. If they make 6 of them, then it's going to be oversaturated and it's not going to be near as good a race.
Yeah.
Because then they'll have too much of them. Just need to keep it one. I could almost make an argument to say a street course in the playoffs because, in my opinion, I think the playoffs need to have every single track they go to
a lot of variety
in there because the regular season don't really count for the championship. So if you put it all in a 10-race chase format, then put every single track you go to, make it the most diverse, where you have to be good at every single track for the championship. So I could almost make an argument for that. But that's it. That'd be a crown jewel. Anyway, so Chicago. SVG first start, not just his first Cup start, his first NASCAR start, and he wins.
Yeah.
And that's in the Cup Series.
I like
that in of itself probably has never been done.
I like what Chase Elliott said. He's gonna go back home and tell everybody, tell all his friends, how bad we are.
That's funny. But I'd be interested to see what he could do if he does come to NASCAR full time.
If for track house, that'd be cool.
Yeah, no, especially it'd have to be for track house because I don't want him to be like, yeah, they win, and I'll be full time with Rick Ware Racing.
Yeah.
No, that wouldn't be good. He has got to get a good ride.
Yeah.
But
anyway,
we'll see.
That's a good race.
And then that brings us to shifting into the third gear. I don't think we ever said shifting in the second gear.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. Shifting into the third gear. And that is the Atlanta race that just happened. And again, Atlanta never ceases to amaze me, and ever since they've done this. You don't get the just all-out chaos of Daytona Talladega, but you still get the racing, and just visually, it looks like they're going 250 miles an hour.
It's awesome.
Because it's a 1.5 mile racetrack, and they're still doing that. So I think it's awesome. I love the racing there. I hate that it got rain shortened. Again, NASCAR cannot. I even told Audrey. I said it was like at the end of stage 1 when they first said weather is coming. I told Audrey, she was making dinner, and I said, get this. I know it's hard to believe, but there's weather on the way. She's like, seriously? And I'm like, yep. As NASCAR, everywhere they go, I mean, it rained in mid-Ohio for the truck race. So they just can't seem to escape it. Like, I don't understand the deal. But
I was really frustrated at that just because they didn't give it a chance. It's just like, oh, it's raining, okay, we'll have one.
Well, so I knew they weren't. And I would have liked to see them give it a chance. I knew they weren't because I saw the radar. And even on the morning drive on Monday, they said that starts at 6 o'clock our time, and they said it just got done raining there in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have done it anyway. And the way it went, it was just gonna stay. So because when it got to the track, even it still took like a half hour before it even started raining on the track. So I knew it was a very slow moving. So I'm sure they just knew it wasn't going to happen.
It's just all around frustrating.
Because the best part about Atlanta, because you don't get the chaos of Daytona Talladega, in my opinion, is the finish. With the actual start-finish line finish, not knowing who's going to win, that's the best part. So when you leave that off, then there is something that you would want to see.
It's the racing was amazing, very good racing. Everybody like Dale Jr., Darrell Walsh, everybody's talking about how good the racing is. So I mean, it was a really good race. Like I said, like we already mentioned, there are really good races past 3 races. Hopefully that continues.
I know
the track you're going to is not known for the best.
I was gonna say the same thing,
but we'll see.
Yeah, but we'll see. I mean, it's had its moments, Loudon has, but it's usually more technical racetrack, not really much of anything going on. But who knows? We'll see if it keeps up the momentum. After that, then they go to another racetrack that's not that great, Pocono. Yeah. And then after that, I have no idea. I haven't looked that far into the schedule. I forget. But I think it might be Richmond.
We're in for a long next 2 weeks.
We'll see. We'll see how it happens. But regardless, it was good. It's just been a good 3 weeks, and every single weekend, I have topics I'll talk about. We just weren't able to get to them.
Yeah.
So
and where's the Philadelphia?
But anyway, so that's that. So Caleb, Nashville race, what would you give it, percentage wise?
83.
I was going to give it a good old 94 for Bill Elliott. His old number.
Old.
Yeah, because I thought the racing was excellent. Had a memorable winner. Just all around, I think, good race. And Chicago.
I would give it a 90%.
Oh yeah, you give it more than.
Yep.
All right. I wasn't going to give it more than Nashville, but I will say I really was impressed with Chicago because I was expecting so little.
Yeah. Probably why I give it.
But I do have to take in factor, or whatever you would say, that there were single file restarts. Downside. Weather that they had to shorten the race. Downside. So I'll give it a 90. I think this race had a lot of potential to be a 100% race if those factors wouldn't have been there. So still high number, but I do have to count off points. Not anything in NASCAR control, but also had a good memorable winner as well. And then
Atlanta, I'll probably give it like a 93, but take off the rain stuff, probably another 90.
Yeah. Racing, I'll be honest, I was scared because I thought we're gonna go single file and it's gonna rain and nothing's gonna happen. But because of that threat of rain, I mean, they were going hectic, just crazy.
Yeah.
And
Almost like every lap.
that made the racing awesome. So I do have to give it. I'll give it an 85, not because I didn't like it. Obviously I just had to take it off because there's no finish. And to me, when it's a rain shorten like that, in my opinion, in my eyes, we get robbed of a finish. I don't think it finishes; it just ends. If that makes sense. So when you don't get a finish, and that's a lot of the race, then it takes off points. But if they would have even had a single file finish, this race I think would have been 10 more points extra for me. But just because of that, I have to give it an 85. But those are our percentages. If you like this video, please give it a like,
Comment.
subscribe.
Tell us what you think.
Where's the comment?
Right here.
Oh. Okay. It's like a comment.
Yeah, I get it.
Like an asteroid. Yeah. Shooting star. Yeah.
Out to you, Zachary.
Zachary! Right now, my son, Zachariah.
Did you call my name?
Yeah, shout out to you. And then also, we are setting a schedule every Monday night. What do you want to say, 6:30?
Yes.
6:30, maybe 7 o'clock, depending. That is our time to film. We're going to stick to it. So next week when there's no video, you comment on this video. You say, hey,
Where
you
did
said you're gonna do a
6:30
video.
Monday night go? Yeah.
So now that doesn't mean it's always going to be uploaded on Monday night. There may be
Yeah.
times that it's uploaded on Tuesday, including this video right now, which might be uploaded on Wednesday because we're filming on Tuesday night. But anyway, we're gonna try to stick to our plans.
Hopefully we'll also be able to changing locations sooner or later. That's
Yeah.
still a thing.
It is, guys. My basement's loud, kind of noisy.
And I have a lot more soundproof area.
That's true. He does. I heard it. Actually, I didn't hear it. That's the point.
Anyway,
Anyway, hey, some horses.
see y'all next weekend.